Welcome to Sam and Vinny Save the World. I'm Sam Mamagani.
And I'm Vinny Falcone, and today with us we have Logan Quiroz.
Today we're going to get into bodybuilding, work-life balance, and comedy in LA.
Dude, I don't want to be big. I want to be...
That's his problem.
Dude, I just want to
I also don't want to be big.
You did
You're
steroids.
the only one who wants to be big here.
I did steroids when I was at a college, and I was a fucking unit, dude.
You actually did steroids?
Fuck yeah, it was great.
What?
Dude, first week, I go into the gym, I do 225 like twice. By the fourth week, I was just repping 225, more weight, just throwing it on.
Bro, why did you do steroids?
Because I'm from New Jersey.
That's if you're Italian in New Jersey, you do steroids at some point.
Which ones?
I was doing Sustanon and Anavar. I was
So when you're talking about doing human growth hormone today, you were like,
Sustanon? No, it's not.
Well, Anavar.
Anavar, yeah.
Bro, I want to see some pictures.
I'll bring them up.
Yeah.
Dude, I would just like do yard work all day, lift weights, and yell at my mom.
Dude, actually,
It's the most Italian thing.
physical labor though, for real, like the strongest I ever was like in my mid-20s when I was doing like physical labor jobs and lifting all the time. And like, I don't know, like I do lifts and I'd be like, why am I so strong at this? I've never fucking done this before. And I think in retrospect, it was just like fucking carrying trees.
What
Like,
were
just,
you?
like,
Were you a lumberjack? What were you doing?
I worked at the physics department for these tiny little physicists, and they hired me to move their heavy equipment, and then they would just kept me on. And then the building manager who ran that the building would on the weekends hire me to go to his house, and I'd hang drywall, we'd cut down trees,
You're fucking
just like
too?
move shit. And
you just worked for a bunch of scientists? Well,
Yeah, dude,
You
it
were
was just like-
Frankenstein's monster.
That's exactly right. Yes. Yeah. I was just like the big dumb idiot. They're like, Sam, move this. I was like, yeah, okay. Where do you want it?
Yeah, that's a good life though, right?
Yeah.
Simple, just get
Yeah.
big.
Simple life.
That plus lifting,
Move
though, dude, I
trees.
think is like so, you just get so strong.
Yeah, we see those construction workers. They're fucking.
Yeah.
Or the farmers.
jacked.
They're just like
The farmers.
moving hail all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hay
yeah,
or-
yeah. Like those
You
old
say move
strength
hail all
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
Yeah, they control the
hay.
weather.
Yeah.
That's the.
You
Well,
know
so
how
a
they
lot of
bring the
farmers are
clouds
Jews.
and
Well, I wasn't gonna say. A lot of
thinking
farmers called out a sick on 9/11.
It's like like those old football trainers, like they were wondering why like the farming boys were always like so much stronger than like the city dudes. And
Oh,
it's 'cause
yeah.
they're like fucking doing all these like weird carries and shit like that.
Yeah, it's just in their blood.
Yeah.
So are you taking stuff now? To get
Not
big?
yet, no.
Just
I always told myself, I'm like, when I'm 30, I'm gonna hop on some stuff. But now I'm 30, and I'm like, I got a couple more years in me before I gotta hop on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Have you ever gotten like your testosterone tested or anything?
No, it's probably so high.
Yeah.
are you hard a lot?
Right now,
Really?
currently.
I thought so. The table moved. I'm like, it's
It's because we're talking about getting big, and it's one of his two
Yeah.
things. If we talk about comedy, he'll get hard too.
Dude,
Yeah.
those two things. That's all I care about.
Very
Yeah.
simple.
I like simple man, dude.
Do you feel overwhelmed at all though with all the shit that you're doing?
Not even slightly.
Really?
No. I like just having a schedule. You know, I get up
Yeah.
in the morning, go to work, afterward go to the gym, go to comedy, come home, and that's it. Just repeat every day.
Yeah.
And it is simple.
Yeah. Wait, you do gym then comedy?
Yeah.
Do you shower before you go?
Yeah, of course.
I don't always
Disgusting
do that.
pig.
You
That's because
shower-
you don't work
Go
hard
straight
at
to
the
You
gym.
shower at
dude.
the gym?
Yeah, either the gym or at home sometimes, depending on what gym I go to.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have there's like this gym membership from AAA where you can go to like a bunch of different gyms for like $28 a month.
Really?
Fantastic.
I got that too.
Sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah, active
and fit.
Active and fit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that because the gym I go to is pretty solid, but it's not a shower gym.
Mine's not I go to LA Fitnesses though. They're not shower gyms
Yeah.
either.
No,
those aren't
dude, you would
great.
But I
fucking
like
hose
them-
off a hog in LA Fitness. Those things are so disgusting.
Yeah. But if I'm like in Thousand Oaks and I want to work out before I go to a show out there or something like that, it's just easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golds. I go to Golds in Thousand Oaks sometimes. That's a nice
You for
gym.
sure get herpes on your feet if you shower there though.
Yeah, you gotta wear
Golds?
sandals.
Yeah.
I feel like just any of those like
Yeah.
like big name gyms, they're just disgusting bathrooms. Besides like Equinox.
Dude,
Yeah, but dude, I used to work there and they're fucking gross there too.
Really?
Yeah, dude, there was people who would wipe their ass with the towels. Like there's toilet paper and they'd wipe their shit with the fucking towels and we'd just like throw the towels away.
Dude, if I'm
Or those
paying-
like old rich people, they wouldn't bring flip flops, so they'd just put two towels and like scrape them across the floor and they'd just like collect everything. On
Yeah.
the fucking, it's
Dude,
fucking disgusting, bro.
if I'm paying $200 a month for a gym, I'm wiping my ass with a towel. Are you crazy?
Absolutely.
That's probably
Yeah.
was exactly
And then
their
I'm
thought process.
and then I'm
Yeah.
handing it to the worker
Yeah.
and going, throw
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah.
I might
with a
just
eucalyptus towel, exactly.
Yeah, I might just cancel a step there and just call over the worker and be like, yo, wipe my ass with your hand. I pay you $200 a month. You're doing this for me.
Yeah. Dude, this one guy fell and hit his head and was bleeding in the locker. And he's like, will you clean that up? I was like, no. I won't, bro. He was like, get the towel. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, bro. I'd rather them fire me.
But also, that's rich blood. So chances are that blood's pretty clean.
Yeah.
If you had to clean up blood, you want to clean up rich blood.
They were so rich that it was probably the blood of like a child that they had.
True. Yeah.
If that was the blood of a
transfusion
child,
with, yeah.
they would have drank it if it was.
Exactly. They do some Dracula shit, bro, when you're that rich.
That is a beautiful life, dude. So many fucking beautiful lives.
Yeah, dude.
The rich lifting, that's the dream.
What mics do you normally do? Because I see a fourth wall sometimes, but I feel like you kind of get around.
Fourth wall, Badger. Those are like the two go-tos, just because they're so easy just to, sign up, knock a couple out, and then head home.
The convenience is kind of hard.
Yeah, the convenience is tough to beat. But how I'm like the past month, I've been going to those less and less, just because it costs so much money, dude.
Yeah.
Just I was thinking a month ago, over the years, the amount of money I spent on, because one, I live in Thousand Oaks, so that's, every day, let's say it's an hour and a half of driving, there and back, so total hour and a half, plus let's say at 2 mics, that's $10 there. I'm spending, do the math, a lot of money. I don't know how much that is.
Pat
it's a
and I
lot.
did the math one time.
A month, yeah.
We were waiting outside of a mic, and we're like, how much have we spent on mics? And we did the math, since we've been in LA, it's like $4,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
easy.
insane.
That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me is you're just doing it for the same fucking people over and over again, and it's just soul crushing.
Yeah, it is.
But then you go to another mic, and it's you put your name in a fucking bucket for 3 minutes. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay. And to me now, I just think it's just work to stay in rhythm and to just build new shit for the next show. Because it gets fucking so boring. Bro.
Yeah. I'm just trying to work stuff out at shows more now too.
Yeah.
So I'm is half the stuff it doesn't even matter how it works at a mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
good or bad. It can work at a mic, then not work at a show, and then vice versa.
Exactly.
There's no way to know.
I will say that if it does work consistently at a mic, and then consistently, then it'll probably work at shows too.
Yeah.
And then honestly, if you do well in LA, then you go anywhere outside of LA, and the joke just does so much better.
Yeah. Besides some stuff that weirdly works in LA, with when people are like, oh yeah, I my therapist, that bullshit.
Oh,
they're okay, this is, people don't care about this outside of LA.
Yeah. LA jokes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it works both ways though, because then you'll go somewhere else, where it's
I've done some Armenian jokes outside of LA, and they work there too, which is surprising.
Really?
Yeah. I did them in Colorado. I'm like, do you guys even know who the fuck Armenians are? I didn't know any Armenians in Colorado.
They heard a name they didn't like, and they're
they're like, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
I'm on board with you, buddy.
I'm with you.
I could tell there's something I don't like. It's
probably one of those African countries.
How do you go about getting shows?
Usually I just pray that someone books me.
Yeah.
That's my go. But literally last week was the first time I actually hit people up.
Yeah.
And the first message I sent was so dumb, because Morgan Linewall was telling me, he's like, you gotta reach out to shows. You have to. So I did it, and I hit up Anthony Staridi, and I was like, hey dude, is there any sorry, I hate hitting people up. Is there can I get on your show at some point maybe? And then I immediately panicked. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. I shouldn't be. And then I deleted the message, and then I sent up a more normal one. I'm like, I'm like a psychopath. Just
You deleted it?
Yeah. Well, and then I sent a new normal message. But yeah, I deleted it.
Yeah.
Because Morgan's like, what are you doing? You sound insane like this.
I feel so weird asking people to get on shows.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's uncomfortable.
A bizarre thing.
Yeah.
It's so.
But you have to. You have no choice to.
Yeah. I think after running a show, I just felt like, we had a show for a while too. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so many people ask, and they're not good enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you hate being. I don't want to put someone in that situation to have to be like, we don't want to.
I just try to be honest too, because we get bigger names and shit like that, or if some dude's got 200,000 followers and he's a fucking regular somewhere, then you'd be like, yeah, bro, I can't put you on. He's willing to do this show, we have to put them on. But I would love to be able to have an opportunity to just put on my friends and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I think it's different when we're trying to grow.
Yeah, exactly. It's and you don't want the show to suffer too, because
Yeah.
You know how it is. I just don't want to.
That's why I haven't put on this guy yet. You know?
I know.
Yeah.
As you're saying that, I'm like, am I one of the friends that's going to embarrass
Speaking
you
of
and
Sam,
negatively affect the show?
hey, how do we get booked? Sam, have us on your show.
I don't book that show. You have to email the booker. It's Sam Mamagani Instagram.
I feel like people be like, hey, like they'll see me like, hey, dude, you should reach out. Let me know like when you're able to do shows. And I'm like trying to play it cool. I'm like, yeah, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
And I hit them up and I'm like, hey, I'm fucking free all the time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, I'll try to get John. It's like, you fucking asked me to reach out to you.
Yeah.
I'm doing that towards the fucking show.
Yeah. It is funny when people say to send your avails. I'm like, every day?
Yeah.
Ever.
Pick a day, pal.
I'll cancel anything.
Yeah.
My wife's giving birth. I don't care. I'll be there.
Dude,
7 minutes.
Get you the
I'm
next
there.
one.
were you guys at the mic the other day when the guy went on stage? And he's like, yeah, my wife's giving birth tomorrow. We're like, what are you doing here, dude? Yeah. He's like, yeah, I had to come out and network. He just like bombed. It was so funny. And he went up and he like said the host had like a nice ass. And then he was like, yeah, there was I'm not going to say who it was, but there was a lady hosting. And he's like, nice ass. He didn't say that. Like, he did a pun on her name about having a nice ass. And then he called someone else gay in the front. And I'm like, great job networking, dude. You did it. This is gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
Glad you'll be a father soon.
Yeah. But those are the most fun mics to go to when someone goes up and they're like, "You're gay, nice ass." You're like, "Yeah, this would be a fun one," you know, because it's nice to have just crazy people.
Dude,
when people are like, "Oh, I've been thinking about doing stand up," I'm like, I go on stage after a homeless person regularly. Like, anyone can do it, dude. Like, there's no one stopping you.
Dude, speaking of I saw a homeless guy do the funniest thing when I was in Chicago over the weekend. I was taking the train to the airport. This was yesterday. And this homeless guy walks on and he just goes, guys, I just want to, he like gets everyone's attention on the train. Yeah. He's like, guys, I just want to ask you for some food. I'm not ask for money. I don't do drugs. I'm hungry and I just want something to eat, please. He's like, he stopped for a second. He's like, I just see a lot of people. It's tough because I'm on this train a lot, and I see people look at me, and they see the position I'm in, and they look down on me, and that's a messed up thing to do to a fellow human being. And then he paused again. He goes, I strapped a bomb to this fucking plane or fucking train. And he's like, if I clap, we're all going up in flames. And I was like, dude, what a transition to give like this heartfelt speech and then immediately be like, yo, I'm going to kill all of us. Yeah. It was so funny.
He's going over the script later with his buddies. He's like, I don't know where I went wrong. Honestly, I was feeling him the whole time until bomb on train.
And then I did a little improv with the bomb thing, and that's where I kind of lost it.
Dude, I felt bad. I'm like, do I have food to give this guy or something? And he's like, if I clap, we're all blowing up. Yeah. I'm like, holy. And then he just sat down and fell asleep on his chair. And I'm like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. The homeless people are a little bit different than in LA, though, too. I feel like they're like more, I don't know. I feel like they're more crazy people. And I feel like in LA, they're more like drug people.
Yeah, train homeless people are, dude, because they'll like, that's the thing. I think they might be the same kind of homeless people, but they could get you trapped on a train, which is the problem. I'm sure if there were like, if more people were taking public transit out in LA, you'd get more bomb threats.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I was on a train when I used to live in Chicago, and I was on the red line coming back one time, and they stopped the train, and they go, ma'am, do not urinate on the train. Do not pull your pants back up, ma'am. And it's like on a different car. I have no idea what's going on, but like the conductor's narrating the fucking thing that's going on. Ma'am, pull your pants up. Do not, I will not start this train if you urinate on this.
It's so fun, dude. It's homeless people stories are the best. I love them.
Like homeless people in New York City, they have like usually trades. Like they'll play like drums on a fucking jug.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, you know, maybe like make like a origami out of a fucking mitten or something. And out here, you just walk by and they're just like, give me a slice of pizza. And you're like, dude, have a fucking craft.
Do something.
Exactly.
Have a funny sign or something. Yeah.
Threaten me with a bomb. Do something.
Yeah. Fucking write a note. Threaten some terrorism, dude. Do something.
I'm at the point now where I never give, though. Because I'm like, I don't want to encourage this. There's like, there's just so many.
I'll do food. I won't do cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do anything.
You won't do anything?
I won't. I used to. But
Really, I used to.
What happened is that there's fucking 45 of them on every single corner, and you're like, bro, I can't keep up with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more
there's got to be a better solution than that?
Final solution. Can we say that on the spot? What kind of podcast you guys running here? I don't know. What are we allowed to say?
Yeah.
We'll feel this one out.
Ripping it. I think that we do want to talk about, though, like people who have like specific knowledge in certain areas, though. So we are curious, like with like working out and all that kind of stuff. Like most people aren't motivated to go to the gym, and you say that you love your schedule. So like, are you sleeping well each night, or like how are you actually doing it?
I try to, because I like. It is kind of tough with comedy.
You eat after comedy, though. And when I eat like that close to and you're eating a fuckload right now. So, oh, really?
Well, I'll eat mostly before, but I'll have something before I go to bed, too.
Yeah.
I sleep fine after eating a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually, I think it might help me sleep more.
Really?
I might just
like a fucking Thanksgiving coma?
Yeah. I just go knock out. Yeah.
If I eat late, fucking on my back.
No, if I eat too late, I'm tired, but I can't fall asleep.
No, if I'm hungry, I can't go to sleep. That's the problem for me. If it's like... If I ate before comedy and then went home, I would go home and I'd just be laying in bed. I have to eat something. Yeah.
Wait, so what is your diet right now? And then how did you get to that?
Oh, so right now I'm just like basically like counting calories. I'm doing like I'm trying to put on some size. I'm like 3,500 calories a day probably.
So you went to 7-Eleven and bought like 4 protein. Wait, would you buy those little?
Oh yeah, no,
protein bars?
Yeah, just two protein bars.
Yeah,
I just need a little snack before. I'm gonna do that after this because normally. Right now, I'd be working out, and then I go to comedy. But so I'm doing the pod today. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go lift after this. So, let's go pick up, I like those little, they're these little, like, honey thing, like little wafers with honey in them. I like having those before a workout.
Yeah, some
carbs.
Yeah. Those are good. And then, and then I eat pretty simply. It's like rice and stuff, some veggies, some meat. Nothing
Do you meal
crazy.
prep?
No.
No?
Not at all.
So you make it every single night?
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Like, I mean, the rice sometimes. Actually, I have my girlfriend.
I was about to say, does Shibumi help?
Yeah, she does. She actually better be making some chicken right now, or I'm going to be upset, dude.
Hear that, Shibumi?
You better be. You're going to be in big trouble when I get home. She'll like make a bunch of chicken and like rice and almost have it for a couple of days. Yeah. And then if she doesn't, I say, what the hell did you do?
Does she do Indian chicken? Like chicken tikka?
She does, but not like on a regular basis, but she'll do that like
because like
that's sick. That's great.
Food.
Yeah,
it is
probably great for fucking bodybuilding too.
It is
just like fucking rice and chicken and veggies.
Fantastic.
Bro, it's so easy. Yeah, but it's like more flavorful than the baked chicken breasts and all that.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. When I cook, I make like the same thing, but it's just so bland. You know what I mean? Because I'm just in a rush every time.
Yeah.
I don't like cooking. So I'm just gonna do whatever, and then she does the same things, but like it tastes good, which is nice.
You can eat healthy food and it tastes good, but it just takes a little bit more effort. Instead of just doing like the barbecue sauce on the fucking chicken every single day, you just gotta like make better chicken.
Yeah. Exactly. I did instead of putting my effort into cooking, I put my effort into getting a girlfriend who can cook for me.
Very solid.
That's actually
a different step.
Yeah, that's great.
My fiance can't cook for shit.
Really?
Yeah. She can bake and make things that I can't eat. But like I'm trying to lose some weight.
Yeah. Oh, my girlfriend bakes a bunch too. Like right now it's fine because I'm not dieting at all. But dude, she's been making these cookies. And every time if she'll make them for my whole family.
Bro. I bet she's
And I'm one of those people. I feel like you're like this too. I feel like you have more self-control. But if there's food in the house, I'm eating it. So if she made like the other day, she baked cookies she was going to a friend's house, and she left me 4 like huge cookies. They were the size of like 8 actual cookies if if they're regular size.
Them,
But she's like, you could have like some throughout the week. I ate them all that night. I'm like, don't. You know me. I'm gonna eat all these. What are you doing?
I like that she made you cookies and then you lecture her. You're like, hey, can I have a talk with you? Sit down.
Don't leave this.
What the hell is just chocolate around your mouth,
dude? I'm like a dog, just let loose with food. I'm like, if you leave this out, I'm getting to it and I'm eating it all.
I'll eat myself to death.
Yeah.
You'll find me in the pantry dead.
That's what happens.
It's like, those weren't for you.
Dude, she comes home and I was laying on the floor. I'm like, I'm sick. My tummy hurts.
Does she like you a little bit more husky than?
Yeah, she does. She said she liked me the best when I was like 240, which is probably a lot. I was big.
Huge.
I was too big.
Yeah.
But it's more so because she likes how I act when I'm that heavy, because like I'm always like, oh, let's get something to eat. Let's go. Do like we'd always go out to eat and stuff. We like go get ice cream. And she's like, I like that. So it's not like she liked the 240 body. She liked the 240 personality. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, that's interesting.
He only has 4 toes because of diabetes, but he's always ready to eat. It's so fun.
I missed 9-toe Logan.
I like 240 9-toe Logan.
Dude, that was. No, did you see
You smelled like syrup.
I did. Yeah, I was like one of those cows that they just feed to just, and then you massage them, get them all big.
Wagyu.
Yeah, I was like, I was
He
a
is
Wagyu
grain
boy.
finished. Let me be honest.
Logan Wagyu.
That's probably the biggest I've been, like 240, 240.
now like
That's
215?
big.
I'm like just over 200 right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but we're getting back up, brother.
What's your goal? What do you want to be at?
So I'm gonna bulk up until February, and then February I'm gonna see where I'm at. I'm probably start dieting then, but I'm guessing I'll be around 215ish. That's an estimate, which isn't too crazy for that. I'm not eating like a maniac like last time. Last time I was eating so I got up to 2. I went from 180 to 240 something, which is that's a lot. That's a lot of weight.
It's
like
a
right
lot
now,
of weight, bro.
Like how I'm trying to like lose body fat is, there's like one dude on Instagram. He goes, "Oh, if you want to lose body fat at like a decent rate, it's like take your current body weight and multiply it by like either 9 or 10, and that's like your calorie index for the day." That sound about right? I've lost like 12 pounds and
Like if you're 200 times 10 is 2,000 calories.
Like right now I'm
That's
180.
still kind of low.
Yeah, it seems a little low.
I'm fucking starving right now.
Yeah, that seems a little low.
Right?
Man. Yeah.
It depends on so many things. Like it depends on like your body. Someone who's 200 pounds and like muscle is gonna lose weight faster than someone who's 200 pounds with more fat. Or I'm sorry, they're gonna burn their calories more.
Lean tissue is metabolic,
Yeah.
but fat is not.
Yeah.
So if you have like 100 pounds of fat, it's not actually adding to your basal metabolic rate. It's
Yeah.
just-
Exactly.
So and there's so many different things like what is your activity level, and there's just so much that goes into it. But I guess he's just trying to give an estimate, which is for like the average person. I think that's like just like, oh, I kind of want to lose weight. What do I do? It's like you'll lose weight like that.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna burn a bunch of muscle too, though.
So my
Make sure
my
you're eating
strength is
protein.
like I like map my workouts and like see what I'm doing each week to see if the weight is actually dropping in terms of like what I'm pushing and all that kind of stuff. I'm not getting any weaker at all. If anything, like my strength is kind of increased, or at least like my energy at least. So I'm losing weight, but I don't think I'm losing muscle. Although like my arms are a little smaller, but like my strength
Everything's
hasn't changed.
yeah.
Well,
Your arms and your stomach are gonna get smaller. That's like
Yeah.
where guys keep fat. But
Yeah, that's good. How many calories are you having right now?
I'm only eating 1,800.
whoa, that's
that's
too little.
probably low, yeah.
that's-
Really?
It's
your,
probably
your
low.
testosterone's gonna get like fucked up at that low.
I threw Zoe a beating last night. So I don't know. It's pretty hard. But maybe it could change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, the more you burn into your the more fat you lose, and then you'll start to dig in your muscle next too.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, and you got to remember too, like wherever you start, I like to start as high as possible while still losing weight, because the deeper you get into it, you'll have nowhere to go. So if you start at like 1,800 or whatever, you'll just drop so quick, and then if you do hit like a sticking point, you have nowhere to drop from there, and then you also like burn in the muscle quicker and stuff. So I would just.
So I started at 195, and I was eating around like 2,200, and then every weight I would drop like between like 3 and 4 pounds, or like that caloric intake would change drastically based off of like that kind of equation. Then I would
I
adjust.
bet you'd be losing
accordingly.
at 2,200 calories.
Yeah.
You'd probably be losing even at 2,500 calories.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Because just using your brain uses a lot of calories. Like
I'm fucking dumb.
yeah, like even
He's not using those.
yeah.
I'm a simple man.
Yeah, even at 2,500, I bet you'd be losing weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're exercising regularly and eating 2,500, and you can focus on eating more protein, and you can still be gaining muscle while losing fat too.
Okay.
You can't do it. You just have to focus eating more on protein and fat,
And if
not
you
getting as
do,
many calories from carbs.
it also depends how long are you trying to diet for.
I'm hitting I think the goal weight that I want to get to is like 175.
175.
I think when I went to like Cabo,
You're 195,
I was 195.
and what are you now?
I'm 180.
And you want to just 5 more pounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If it's and how long have you been dieting for?
I would say since like March. No, I'm sorry, February.
February. Okay.
So what is that? 5 months? No, 7 months.
And you've been pretty consistent with like that low of calories.
So not 1,800, but I drop every time like my body weight drops by a couple of pounds or so to where that number would change. So for a while I was doing 2,200, and then when I lost some weight, I went down to like 2,000, then like 1,960, and then like 19. Now I'm down to 1,800.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like I'm steadily. I weigh myself every day. Active every day. Jerk off twice a day. I don't know what else.
That's where most of his calories get burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like I just lay in bed all day. I'm working out.
At 1,800 calories, bro, you're withering.
So I don't know. I mean,
it is, and are you like measuring your food and everything too?
Yeah, doing Food Pal. Oh, no, not Food Pal. My Fitness
Pal. Yeah.
Yeah, and then weighing my food every day, every meal.
Okay.
Not really focused on macros, more just calories.
Yeah.
So just in and out, calories in and calories out.
Yeah, I would do that. I would just keep an eye on your protein, make sure you get enough protein.
Yeah, I'm having at least 0.7 per every body weight. 0.7
For
grams.
every body weight.
For every
For every pound. Yeah.
I have almost 0.8 grams of protein a day.
I am not a smart
His
man.
brain's not even working anymore, dude. He is so
seriously.
low on
I'm
calories.
in fucking ketosis though.
Yeah, that's really low. That's really low. You're a big guy. You can eat more than that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll get in and out on the way home and just fucking go
Yeah,
off the
just
rails.
go. Yeah.
If you focus
start
on
from
getting
scratch.
protein and fat and start to trim the carbs and kind of like play with that, because if the more muscle mass that you have, the higher your metabolism is.
Yeah.
The easier it's going to be to lose fat, the more muscle that you
Yeah,
have.
your thermogenic rate increases
Yeah.
right, or something.
Yeah.
It's funny. You kind of know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but also you're like, your brain's not working enough to know words right now.
Yeah.
You're just like, so it's thermogenic pounds. I don't know, dude.
Thermogenic pounds per body weight.
Exactly.
Thermogenic
Good
pounds per
job.
body weight. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think you're doing better than if you would just be eating whatever. Like you're
Yeah,
on the
for
right
sure.
track. You just
Yeah.
like make a couple adjustments.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're going to keep losing weight if you do this. You're probably just going to lose some muscle too.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll keep losing weight for sure.
All right.
Bro, he can't even say lose muscle without almost throwing up.
Yes.
It makes
He's
me
like,
sick,
he's,
my dude.
he's like,
It makes
no,
me
you'll be
sick."
okay if you just, if you, I'm sorry.
They take off a few pounds of muscle.
I'm sorry. Do you guys have some eggs around here that I could eat?
Yeah, dude, when people say they just want, what is it? They want a tone. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just want a tone. I don't want to get big. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you, a chick? Come on now. you should want to look like a freak, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you two have very different workouts, right? Because you're very bodybuilding, and he's doing fucking backflips in his backyard.
Well, we were doing a workout together.
Yeah, we had a workout together.
Yeah,
That
and
was
I was
solid.
telling him, I was like, I feel like stiff, and you're like, yeah, you feel like really tight after these workouts, and I was like, don't you want to be athletic? And you go, why would I want to be athletic when I could look athletic?
Exactly.
That was his philosophy, and I was like, bro, that is a different philosophy.
Dude, no, when have you ever used your athleticism as an adult?
Honestly, just probably playing with my dog. Besides
Exactly,
that, it's like
dude.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I could, dude, I don't need athleticism to kill a dog. I could do
Play
I
with
could
his
ju-
dog.
well, that's true. I don't know why I went to like
Why'd you move your hands like this? Why'd you get into the fucking professor stance?
I'm planning.
Like some profound shit.
Yeah, dude, as long as you look, dude, you got to look like you could be an athlete. That's all that matters, right?
You look
Yeah.
very athletic.
You do a lot of sets.
Yeah.
You do a lot of sets.
Yeah.
You'll do like 6-7 sets of one exercise.
Yeah, well, it depends, but then I won't
Yeah.
like do that for every exercise. It'll
Yeah.
pay if I like it.
Yeah.
or
One set of
not.
calves, a quarter.
One set of, skip calves completely.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Skip calves, 6 sets of rows.
Dude, that's why God
Skip
made
calves.
pants, dude.
Yeah.
So I hide my calves. No
Yeah.
one needs calves, dude.
Yeah, I wish that we had pants that could show our thighs, but not our calves.
That's
really
ideal.
what, yeah.
That's the dream, dude.
I just want the drapes from the knee down. And then,
When we showed up, I was joking around. I was like, "Yeah, Sam's changing," but I saw his calves. His calves are so small.
Yeah.
And Logan's just like, "Don't joke about that."
Like, don't joke about a man's calves.
That's fucked up, man.
they're hard, bro. They
Don't
don't
say
grow.
that.
They don't grow.
This week, that wedding I was at, so I got my suit fitted like a while back, and I like just picked it up, but I've been bulking since. So the vest, the top button, like it would barely button, and if I moved at all, it was like about to snap.
Yeah.
And I was like, the bulk's coming along
Yeah.
well.
You're like, how can I do this in front of a camera? How can I just flex just a little bit just so I can have this on tape?
And like the pants were too tight on my legs. And
that's a great feeling though.
Yeah, but my buddy's like, you look ridiculous. So I could like see your underwear through your pants, and I'm like, good. That means I'm bigger than before.
Looking like Jake Cutler at the wedding.
That's the goal.
Box.
Yeah, I want to look like Kanye West in those Kanye West and Lil Pump in those videos. You see those?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just like box. It look like bodybuilders.
Oh yeah. Super top heavy.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, the calves don't grow.
No, they don't.
It's gotta be genetic, right?
100%.
I think part of it is genetic. Yeah.
It's not, I do my calves and like they get harder, but they don't get bigger.
Don't make eye contact when you say that. Don't make eye contact. They get harder.
If you know what I mean.
My
calves get
hard as a rock.
Lean left and they get really hard.
Stand up. It's genetic, but then also, honestly, the focus is just not there. If you like throw them at the end of the workout or some shit like that.
That's all I do. Bro. I'll do like a set at the end. I'm like, it's good.
You're already tired.
And then I complain about them. It's the same. I treat my calves the same way I treat getting booked. I like never put effort into it. And then I'm like, how come it's not working for me?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. It is a story of our lives. Right, boys?
Yeah. So what are your like splits right now?
So I do a pull push leg. So
you do the pull and the push, not like individual body parts. It's just like a pull day, push day.
Yeah, I just feel like it works good for me and my schedule. It's probably not. I mean, some people I used to do the like the bro split, I guess, was like an arm day, chest day, back day, which I liked. But
I
now
miss that, honestly.
I do that right
just
now.
Because it was
yeah. I do like it. It's just for my schedule now. I like having the 3-day split. And I feel like I could hit everything more, and it's just more flexible with like comedy and stuff. Because there's some days where I'm like, I want to go to whatever. I want to go to the improv and then do something after. So I'm like, I just won't lift today. Yeah. And it's easier to throw rest days in there. Yeah.
Though it was so easy to motivate myself though when you're doing a split. Like,
it is.
It's like just shoulders.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's so easy to do. Like if you get past your leg day, then you're just like, I'm just doing chest and tris. I'm just doing back and bi. It's like so much easier.
Yeah. Push pull leg is kind of like that too, where it's like at least back or pull days. It's like I'm just hitting back and biceps. That's easy enough. You do like a full on. Is it upper lower?
I do upper lower and then break and then an upper lower again. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. The first 2 workouts are like hypertrophic, like kind of like a bodybuilding rep, but I only do 3 or 4 sets. I don't go over 4 sets, and then I just try to like fail on the last set. And then the next days are like more athletic stuff, like jumps and flips and like weighted shit.
Jumps and flips.
It's like Spider-Man over here.
Dude, we got to get him. We should get him on steroids. He has, dude.
He would be
a freak.
I want to be that heavy. I was 225 at my heaviest, but like playing basketball and shit like that, you're just like, it's like so much weight. You're not to like land on.
What are you doing? Trying to go to the NBA? You don't need to be playing basketball. Just look like you could play basketball. Wear a headband around, dude.
Dude, he showed me a video of him a couple years ago doing like handstands and shit, and you had like half the body fat you have now, and you're still pretty close to like, I would say you're what, 10, 12?
I don't know. I think I'm heavier. I think I'm more than that now. I'm probably like, I don't know, under 15 right now.
Take your shirt off. Stand up, take your shirt off.
Show us. He was fucking
That's OnlyFans.
Yoked. Like oblique veins. I'm like, what the fuck? Lee
Yeah,
Haney?
I was super, super lean, like 20s, like late 20s, mid 20s. I was like, I would do the caliper test and it would be like 5%. And I don't know if like that's a real 5% because I didn't do like the water weight one, but the calipers consistently said that. So
so it's probably a little. It was probably giving you a little lower than you actually are, but you were still probably like you still single still single digits.
Yeah, that was like 6 days a week of training and then like watching everything I ate. Like I'd make every single meal.
And that was when you said how old?
Probably like 25 to 29.
Oh, so that was before comedy, or for the most part before comedy?
No, I was doing comedy then too. In Chicago?
How old are you now?
I'm 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was doing more like improv and sketch than I was still doing stand up, but just not as much.
Okay. When did you start stand up?
I mean, the first time I did it, I was 18.
Oh,
but
really?
then I was doing all sorts of things. I was doing like sketch and just trying to do like improv and all those kinds of things. That was more of my focus. And then when I moved to LA 5 years ago, I just stopped doing everything else but stand up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when you like.
That's when I really started focusing on it.
Okay.
Yeah, like 5 years ago. Yeah.
I think we talked about that before, and I thought that that's when I thought you like started doing comedy. But that's
No,
when you
I was
started
doing,
consistently.
I was doing improv and like sketch stuff though, like 6 nights a week though.
Okay,
in Chicago.
well, stand up, I should say.
Yeah, just stand up. I mean, I was doing stand up. I don't know, maybe like once a week in Chicago.
Okay.
In Chicago, or maybe not even. But I'd go like months without doing it. I'd like do it like once a week for like 3 months, and then I'd stop and
I got you
for like a year, and then start again. Yeah. What about you?
I started when I was 20, like right before I turned 25.
Mm-hmm.
So I started in like 2018.
You're 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018.
So we started focusing on it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I started like a little bit in East Coast, but I wasn't like really focusing on it. Just like something I kind of like did for fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 years ago, when Pat moved out, I like really started focusing. Like actually was doing like multiple mics a week and actually getting on stage a ton.
Honestly, the fourth wall helped with that
yeah,
too. Just because all of a sudden, because like one of the things I hated, they're easier in LA. In Chicago, like you can go, I would like sign up at 7 and I wouldn't go on until like 11:30 or midnight or something like that. And it's like on a Tuesday. I'm like, this is like
brutal, dude.
Brutal, bro.
Well, do you see that crazy shit with the whole like West Nile thing they're trying to like pump out?
No.
So there's one comic who's really funny, dude. I forget his name. He goes up at the Cellar a lot. He like posted something on his Instagram saying that a couple nights ago they shut down the streets in New York City and had like very dystopian announcements with these like big trucks coming through, spraying a lot of like pesticides. And he showed a video of it. And it's like, these like guys like get back into your house. We're spraying pesticides for West. It's like some like New Yorker like reading off a script. Get back. We're spraying pesticides for the West Nile. Get back in your It was so weird how like now they're pushing that. And then also I saw like a California representative talk about West Nile.
I thought that was like bringing that back now.
It's very rare to get.
Yeah, you didn't get tricked by some video, did you? Like some.
I'm on low calories. It could be possible. I'm on 1,800 calories, baby. They gotta fucking.
You're like, dude, do you see this thing? Fucking Barack Obama's wife's a man.
Yeah.
Do you see that? It's you can't find a picture of her pregnant. You know that,
dude? Have you seen the Ellen video?
Have you thought about 9/11 lately? Have you thought about it,
dude? That's another thing I've been doing recently. Oh, whenever I get drunk, I just go straight to my Instagram stories. I just post the most ridiculous stuff.
Your Instagram stories are
wild,
insane.
I posted one the other day after the wedding. I was drunk and I was laying in bed. I was like, "Do you guys ever think about how you've never seen a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant, huh?" And I woke up the next morning to that. I'm like, "What am I doing?"
You'll text me sometimes to be like, "Was that too far, my story?" And without reading it, I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure it is."
Yeah.
Whatever you posted,
because you're
put it on the private.
You're a good gauge of what is appropriate and what's not. And I feel like you give me an honest, because a lot of people be like, "No, leave that up." Like Ben, if I ask Ben, Ben's like, "No, leave that up."
That's funny because that's what I go to you for. Yeah. Because if I'm like, if I post something and I'm like, I know this is bad, but I still want to post it, I'll ask you. Yeah. I'll be like, "Is this fine?" You'll be like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, but that's like how Ben is to me.
Yeah.
Ben, Ben would literally be, if I posted the N-word to my story, he'd be like, "No, leave that. That's good. That's good."
Yeah.
Ben's
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Dude, he's posted like pictures of me before, and he's like, "This guy just called me the N-word." I'm like, "Dude, you can't. People are gonna think you're serious. Yeah. You can't do that."
You're saying that with the way that you try to get booked on shows and shit.
Well, but he's no one's gonna know he's joking. When I do it, I think people know I'm joking, right? Not saying the N-word, but when I like.
And I think your friends do. Yeah. But then don't people who follow your podcast?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Dude, well, they get one out. I'm joking. So I think for the most part,
maybe
because didn't that fitness pod get like pretty big?
It was doing well. I think it got over like we got to the point where we were able to get like sponsors. Literally, as soon as we got sponsors for the podcast,
he left.
He's like, "All right, I'm out."
Sucks.
I'm like, God damn it, dude, the timing. Well, he had like, he got a place in Florida with his fiance. They have like a house now, and she is a stewardess, I think. So he flies for free. So it's like, that's the you obviously have to do that. Yeah. You can't stay out here for a podcast. Yeah. Plus, he's also like he was going on the road with Callan and stuff, which was like doing really well for him. So he like.
How did he meet Callan?
It's pretty cool. So he was doing the Super Dope show, Max Kestenbaum's show, and Callan was on the show, and he told Max. He's like, dude, have me go up before Callan. He's like, I want him to see me, and I think if he sees me, he'll like what he sees. And I guess, yeah, that's what happened. Callan saw him. He's like, oh, who's this guy? Like, let me get his number. And ended up having him open for him.
Dude,
Yeah,
no way.
he called his shot.
Wow.
Dude. He
Ballsy
called the shot.
fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that is sick to be like, yo, dude, if he sees me, he's gonna. I feel like we all have that in our head at some point. We're like, dude, if this guy sees me on this show.
Do you know anyone from our generation that's been scooped up like that though?
Dude, Willie Simon is fucking killing it.
Oh yeah, Willie is
Willie
awesome.
Simon,
Yeah.
he's open for Marin, and he's open for Bert so far, and probably other people too.
For some reason, Willie is. I just don't consider him in that. I still consider him like, even though he's younger, like he's a young guy. I still consider him like.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Because he's been
above.
doing
He was
that.
already kind of like at the Improv and the Comedy
He's
Store
9
when we
years
came
in, I
around.
think, or 10 years
Yeah.
in. So like, he's definitely above us, but I guess like our age.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, he's definitely.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah. Who like our age or our, I guess,
Class.
Yeah. I feel like there's some people, but I can't think of anyone.
Honestly, there's people who've just made a social media and then now they're like kind of going. That's honestly
that's dope.
I know multiple examples like that.
Yeah,
I don't really
Ahmed's
know
doing
anyone
that.
who was like where like a headliner was like, yeah, come to her.
Remember, was it Jeremy McKiernan? Is that his name? Open for Norm. I think I'm butchering. I think that's the wrong name.
Oh really?
Mikey
McKiernan?
Not Mikey McKiernan. I'm blanking on his name, but he's like kind of like our class, and he was opening for Norm.
Oh, really?
I think for a while, yeah.
Norm McDonald?
Yeah.
I don't think he's open for anyone.
No, he lost his job. His Norm died. Yeah, I know.
How few calories have you had today? Yeah, McDonald's.
He's still
Last
open
night
for
I
him.
watched him. It was great.
2 shows last week.
Egan's opening for McCusker in November in Texas. So that's,
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
that's cool. It's not like a consistent opening thing,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's how it
doing
starts.
that. Yeah,
He's in Texas now, huh?
yeah. I was living out there.
Do you think you're gonna
Very
move there?
No.
No.
Not a I'll visit there a bunch, but I'll go there again next month. But
Yeah.
I'm not moving there now. It's not for me.
Is it
Why?
the same thing as LA, basically, or?
It's just it's the weather. I don't like how hot it is, and it's cool, but it's like I could visit.
He lives in
there.
Thousand Oaks,
Yeah.
by the way. He lives in Agora Hills.
Yeah.
It's too hot in Texas.
It is, dude. It's like
It is? It's hotter?
It's so much
In the
hotter.
valley, bro?
Dude,
Yes.
No, it's a different kind of hot. I was
Really?
in Fort Worth for training a couple weeks ago. I would go for walks at like 7 a.m. because we had class all fucking day.
Yeah.
At 7 a.m., it was 100 degrees.
and humid.
You'd
It's
walk
like-
out, and it was a fucking sauna.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Austin's humid too? For some
Yeah.
reason I thought it was
Dude,
dry.
No,
Damn,
Austin's
dude.
so humid because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's because like that whole like lake in the middle, or whatever, or because
Yeah.
they're in the center of the state. I'm not sure why the
Yeah.
humidity is there, but like it's so humid.
All I know is whenever I'm there, I sweat like a pig.
Like yourself?
I was checking the time.
Oh. Way
I don't
bored?
know.
I should see
Time.
it. Yeah. Huh?
You bored?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no. Actually, I still don't see the
Who
time.
wants to get out of here?
Oh, 48.
Yeah, right.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. I've got a closing bit that's 15 minutes long. and I need to-
Yeah.
If you guys could just not talk for that
Yeah,
whole
I'm
15
going to give you the light.
minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah. What's the bit? Let's hear it.
Oh, I don't actually have a bit.
Exactly, dude. Cornered him. You couldn't handle the
Super.
pressure.
And that's why I'm not opening for Callan. Yeah, sorry. Wow, boy, I did kill it, didn't I?
Yeah, seriously.
Checking the time.
Well,
seeing
you
if we're
mentioned
good.
something before, and also like with our job now, we kind of like are on the road a lot and we eat out. If someone is
You're telling me, brother.
if someone is like trying to diet or I guess like check their calories or maintain a certain thing and they don't have like their scale or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
is there like a eating hack when you go out that's easy to kind of like live by?
I would just try and eat. Like if you're, a lot of places like they have the calories now for a lot of the foods. If not, just try and eat something super basic, and like you could get like a general sense of what it is. If it's like you get like a chicken or whatever, some rice, some veggies, and you could get a general idea of what the calories are on that. Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to estimate like the calories of something like some outrageous meal where you're like, oh, I've never had this before. Let me try and guess how many.
Well,
It's like
what are
loaded
your
with
go-to?
cheese and
What are your
stuff.
go-to meals? What are your go-to like restaurants?
Restaurant? Well, right now it's whatever. Just but if I'm trying to lose weight, I like the Chick-fil-A has they got the grilled chicken.
The grilled chicken, yeah, okay.
Grilled chicken, the grilled chicken sandwiches too. If you got a little more calories that you want to get some carbs in.
Okay.
Yeah.
McDonald's used to have a grilled chicken sandwich. I don't think they have it anymore. Taco Bell has some stuff. Like they have the bowls and stuff. You could
Chipotle's
get.
pretty money.
Chipotle is very
great,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Chipotle. Most places, like any place that you could kind of find the calories for online, you could find at least one thing where it's like, okay, I could have this. This is reasonable. Panda Express could have it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always something. Oh, I like the Starbucks has a little egg white.
The egg bites.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not the egg bites too, but the egg white feta wraps.
Oh yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived off those egg bites for like a year.
Dude, those are
every morning.
Those are very good. Yeah. And then besides that, if I'm trying to go a little cheaper, just like deli meat and like a low calorie bread.
Rotisserie chickens, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the rotisserie chickens, like you for like $10 at Whole Foods, you get the organic one, and it's like so much protein.
Yeah. And there's if the food is like low calorie enough, you have more wiggle room estimating because it's low calorie. So if you're off by an ounce or something, it's not gonna be as many calories as if you're like, you're trying to estimate something that's super high calorie where it's like one little piece is like 100 calories or whatever it is. Yeah.
If it's like 90-10 ground beef and you're off by a little bit, it's like what, maybe 40 calories difference kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it's like olive oil, you're gonna be having like more.
Dude, see that fucks with me a lot.
Something sugary.
Condiments and cooking oils.
Yeah.
Dude, olive oil is or really any kind of like oil, like coconut oil, olive oil. I think for like 2 tablespoons, like 120 calories or something. It's like something insane.
It's nuts. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Whenever my girlfriend too, she like I had to tell her at first. I'm like, when you make it's like no oil or anything on it, and she's like, why? It's fine. And then I'm like, it's just a lot when I'm trying to, and it's a lot of calories. And I explained to her, and so at first it was like, she'd make chicken or something, but an extra however many calories, she'd like load the oil on. But now it's like she gets the spray and stuff. I'm like, nice, we're on the right track now. But yeah, those little things. If you don't know, like any sort of salad dressing.
Oh my god!
A lot of places, it's tough to find a salad dressing that isn't like at least 100 some calories.
Honestly, I just prefer like my homemade salad dressings now. Anyway, like after like so much time, just like if you have really good olive oil, then that's like you're Italian, he knows.
What's
really good
right
olive
now?
oil, that's just half the work for you, and then just like lemon or lime and balsamic or something like that. It's like a super easy fucking dressing.
Yeah.
I don't worry about the fat at all. I do like olive oil and butter and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, as long as
I'd
you
rather
like,
cut on the carbs than anything else.
Yeah.
Because like I want to enjoy those eggs and shit like that.
Oh, I have a ton of eggs and stuff too.
I put like the butter on them and fry them up in butter and.
Oh, you love. Yeah. Well, as long as you know how many calories you're having.
Yeah.
It's when people don't know, or like a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I don't know, I'm not losing weight. I'm like counting all my calories and stuff. I'm counting my food, how many calories I'm getting. And but they're cooking with oil. They don't count that. They're using like ranch dressing or something. They don't count that.
Their coffees, their coffee mate and shit like that.
Yeah. The butter they use, that's another thing.
Yeah.
And they just don't count all these things. Like that's an extra 500 calories a day if you're like not paying attention to that. And
or they're not counting like the Snickers they grab from their neighbor's desk because they just like eat it absentmindedly. Seriously, like those like little desk candies they sold me when I was
or like I'll have a bite of this, I'll have like a bite of this won't count. But you do that throughout the day, and by the end of the day, you're just when you would have been under, what your maintenance calorie is, you would have been under by like 250 calories. Now you're over by 250 calories.
Yeah.
And you're gaining instead of losing weight. So that's like an easy mistake that people make too.
What killed me were like nut butters and like nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, almonds and cashews.
Yeah.
So many calories. Like fucking 6 almonds is like 200 calories.
I think though if you're really, really strict for like 2 to 6 months and you start to get an idea of where your calories are, like write down what you're eating, but then also write down when you're eating it. Because like I would have clients do that, and I'd be like, you're just fucking yourself over right in the morning.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the day you eat great, but your breakfasts are like fucking you over.
Yeah.
Like if you just switched from that fucking smoothie that you think is healthy, but is really like 500 calories of just like sugar.
Yeah.
And you just like turned it to like fucking, and they would do it, and then 2 weeks later they'd be like, oh, that's it. That's all I need to do. Just have hard boiled eggs in the morning instead of fucking the smoothie and a bowl of oatmeal with peanut butter in it and
Yeah.
cinnamon and honey on top of that. You know, it's like that's just so many. You're eating like 1,000 calories right in the morning.
Yeah. And also I changed like not just how much I'm eating, but like what I'm eating depending on when I am in the diet. Because like the beginning of the diet, when my calories are a little higher, I'll have like more whole eggs. I'll throw some avocado in there. And as I get low, or I'll maybe use a little more olive oil and stuff. And as I get lower and lower in calories, I'll, instead of having 4 whole eggs, I'll have like 1 whole egg and the rest is egg whites. And it's just like small adjustments like each meal, where it's like you're basically having the same thing, but with little changes, you could save a couple hundred calories like each meal.
I always eat almost the exact same, and then when I want to lean out a little bit, I stop drinking as much. Yeah, and I I cut the carbs at dinner. Yeah, honestly, just drinking for the most part. Yeah, I cut out drinking a bit, and then I cut out the carbs around dinner, and then yeah.
Well, drinking adds up a lot too that people don't realize. Like,
dude, drinking is the worst.
Even a light beer is like 120 calories.
Oh yeah.
You're drinking a fucking IPA, pal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 300 calories.
Especially if you start drinking early, like on a night or like a wedding.
Oh, dude,
something like that. You're just like having that. Like, bro, you're probably having like 3,000 calories of just booze.
Yeah, dude. With just the beer, I think I had like 20 some beers. And
really? Holy shit.
Yeah. We started drinking in the morning and like, a couple like other drinks. Yeah. That's what happens, dude. That's my excuse for why I'm like, Michelle Obama, you never see a picture of pregnant.
It's your last brain cell. Yeah.
Goddamn Bud Lights.
Dude, and then I would
you should need a breathalyzer to blow into your phone just to be like, yo, Mike, bro, can I text right now? Nope. To unlock your social media.
Dude, we were on Chicago, like some bridge. I don't know which bridge it was, but over the in Chicago, and boats were driving by, and it would wave to them. And then as soon as they, the people on the boats, as soon as they wave back, I'd be like, yeah, and I'd flip them off. Oh, it was so much fun.
Nice Chicago tourists, just Midwest tourists from fucking Indiana. They're like, oh, they're so friendly here.
It was so great. They just flip them off.
Oh my god,
it was so fun. Do you know what I hate? This is just. I was thinking about this the other day. There's so many comics who were like, "Yeah, dude, I can't even hang out with regular people anymore. They don't get my comedy. They don't get my sick, twisted sense of humor." Non-comics are so funny, dude, because they're not like their whole life isn't like trying to convince people they're funny. Yeah, and people act like, "Oh no, we're the only funny ones. We're comics." It's like I had so much fun with like, there's me and we were standing taking pictures, and. The photographer was a little bit heavier, and this guy, he just tapped me on my shoulder, and he just leans over to me and goes, "Hey, how much you think she weighs?" Just out of the blue. And I was like, dude, that's so funny. And comics are like, no, if I said that, people wouldn't get it. It's like, no, it just bothers me when comics always do that.
Or we like gatekeep mental illness or something like that. They're like, oh yeah, comics are like, oh, you're a comic. You must be dark. I'm like, dude. Accountants are molested too, like you know what I mean. Like everyone is like everyone has trauma, bro. You just respond to it differently.
Yeah, we're a bunch of sick, twisted clowns.
Yeah,
it's like no.
Dude, nurses are fucking. Dude, they have the darkest sense of humor of all time.
Yeah,
like they just like watch someone die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So many people do, and it's like, God, I just hate that. Like, no, you just made this your. Most people being funny just isn't like their whole life. They're like naturally good at it, but they're just like.
It's literally you have 2 things that you care about.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
It's like some people just want to get big and be funny. It's fucking weird, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But like that's my whole thing. Is like I'm gonna try and be funny and try and get big. Yeah. And there's black guys out there that are twice my size and twice as funny as me, and they're trash men. They're whatever. It's like they're just whatever.
Why are they trash men?
I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind. Why did you ask why are they trash men? Do you look down on trash men?
No, absolutely not. I think it's a great profession.
No, he looks down on black people. That's
Although the worst thing is though when like you're at a party and like someone like gets a laugh and you see something click in their head like I could do this again and they're just chasing the dragon the rest of the night.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, dude, you had a good joke, man. Funny. Fucking hang it up, dude. Hang it up.
Yeah. Honestly, really with stand up it's just like the effort. Because if it takes me 100 jokes to get like 5 good ones, it might only take someone else 50 jokes to get 5 good ones.
Yeah.
But if I write 200 jokes and I tell 10 jokes at a show and they tell 10 jokes at a show, no one can tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it is all about the effort.
There are the people though that you see day in day out year after year at the fourth wall, and you're like, wow, you're not getting any.
Oh yeah, you've gotten
you were
you've
really
possibly gotten worse.
Yeah. You're just more confident now, and it's
Dude,
same
that's
bad
the
joke.
worst. When someone's bad and confident.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
The one thing I do hate about hanging out with people who aren't comics and they know you're a comic, they're always, if you do say something funny, they're like, "Oh, Mr. Funny Guy."
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, stop. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Why are we?
Or both you guys are in relationships, or you go to the bars or something like that. I don't tell anyone that I'm a comic, because they'll be like, "Oh, I haven't laughed yet."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
I'm
hate
like
that
having
shit.
I'm just chilling, having a drink, bro. Just
Yeah, that's what I hate when my buddies are like, "Yeah, he's a comic." I'm like,
yeah.
just don't.
Yeah, until like on my tax form it says comedian, I'm like, I don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
So
tell
someone
people.
from our work told our colleagues that I'm a stand-up.
Yeah.
And then on the call, like, we didn't know you did stand up. Like, and then, like,
Yeah.
you know, throughout the call, like, stuff would happen. And they would say, like, oh, Vinny, you're going to use this for one of your bits?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
I'm like,
God.
no, because this isn't fucking funny. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah, you are an edgelord.
Not as much, bro.
No, you're pretty edgy.
I don't think so.
In the LA comedy scene, I think you're known as like one of the bigger edgelords.
Bro, shut the fuck up. That is not true at all.
Yeah.
I don't actually, bro.
Jesus. Yeah.
He's hitting that line,
I'd say he's right under you.
even unintentionally.
Right under you.
He's kidding. I'm not actually an edgelord.
You okay? Yeah,
But he does like edging.
Edging.
God, his ass,
Yeah.
dude. Nope.
Okay.
Well, we're at an
That's
hour.
where I go into
What,
my. Yeah, one more thing though, because I am curious, and just
Just
for
the
the
15
Sam and
minute
Vinny
bit.
Save the World thing, like you kind of glossed over it earlier in the podcast, but I am actually curious. You said you don't mind at all. You're on a schedule. For people who aren't on a schedule and they want to get in shape while balancing work, while eating well, things like that. Like, do you have any tips or tricks or anything like that for?
I'd say if you don't do it at all, if you're like, yo, I never work out.
Yeah.
I don't watch my diet at all. I'd say start off small. Don't start off like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to start working out 7 days a week. I'm cutting my
Yeah.
calories at 2,000 and I'm going to be good. No, start with, if you're not doing anything, it's a couple days a week, start working out. And then once you get acclimated to that, and then just make small changes to your diet. And then you get acclimated to that, that becomes a habit. Then, okay, maybe I'll go an extra day this week. Maybe maybe it's not even an extra day. Maybe just when I'm in there, I'm going to start putting a little more effort and I'm going to, a little more intensity in the gym, or I'm gonna, watch my diet. Maybe now I'm, just little things. I'll watch my diet a little more. Just little things like that.
Gradual
I think
incline.
don't try and go too hard too soon because you'll burn out. You'll burn out very quickly, and then a lot of times you'll bounce back even more. That's like when I've gained the most weight is when I've like dieted super hard, super fast, and then I can't maintain it anymore, and I just bounce back up to heavier than I was before. And I think it was like over COVID was the first time I really got in shape to like a maintainable way where it wasn't just like an 12 week thing and then I shot back up to where I was before. It was like, oh, now I like can consistently do this and I have a schedule. I don't obsess over it. We're like, oh, if I don't work out today, it's the end of the world. It's like, no, I made it part of it's like a lifestyle now more than it is like a diet or, some strict plan.
I think it's important to note too that even on the road to getting consistent, you had like starting and stop points.
Yeah.
Too. Like it wasn't like you got in shape one time and then you were able to maintain it that one time. You had to get into shape multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Before you were actually able to like build the lifestyle and have it.
Exactly.
How long have you been working out?
The first time I got like a gym membership, I was 10 years old. My dad got me a Gold's gym membership.
shit.
Nice.
Yeah, and we had to lie and say I was 13. And then since then, I've just like, it hasn't been like crazy working out, but it was mostly like up until like sophomore year of college, it was all like football, sports related. And then after that, it became more just working out. Yeah.
Because your whole family's athletic.
Yeah. So my dad did some like amateur bodybuilding. My mom used to do like those, what were they? Billy Blank's videos.
Oh,
those, like,
yeah.
fitness videos.
Oh, yeah. He's huge in LA too.
Yeah.
Like, he had gyms out here, didn't he?
Yeah, he was he was big. So we like when I was younger went to like Hawaii for one of those
Oh, really?
Cool.
tapings and
Yeah.
stuff. And now my brother below me, he's like trying to be a pro fighter. He does MMA. He has a fight next week actually.
Where?
You should go to one of those.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
Commerce Casino,
Okay,
September
cool.
30th. Yeah. So he's got that, and then my other brothers are doing jujitsu now too, and then my sisters like play soccer. But they're all like, they all do athletic stuff.
They all do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I'm the only one who doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm only in the gym.
Are you the oldest brother?
Yeah,
And now all of your brothers can kick your ass.
yeah, and my dad's doing
That's probably
jiu-jitsu
why.
too. Yeah,
Shit.
and I'm not going to
this is a
start
little
now,
wrestling champ.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get my ass kicked. Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna be bigger though.
Exactly.
That's
I'm gonna
be-
look.
yeah,
You'll
you're gonna
look
look like
I'll
you
look
beat
like
everyone's
you
ass.
beat
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're tapping out with everyone.
Yeah, last time my brother tried to, like, this is when he first started jiu-jitsu. He like got me in something, and I had to like grab cologne or something. I sprayed him in the eyes. I fight.
I can't
dirty.
beat you if you fight dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I'll bite. I'll spray him in
Yeah.
the eyes. I don't care.
Like that's not jujitsu. You're like I don't do the
I don't
jujitsu.
care. This is the streets, okay?
Life,
Yes,
pal.
Yeah.
This is the streets. I'll call the cops on you. It's,
Now wash out your eyes. Could go blind. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to? What's the time limit? Are we allowed to?
I think we said an hour. It's like an
Okay.
hour, almost
6.
an hour and 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Dude,
Nice.
thank you so much for
thanks,
doing
man.
it. Is there
Thank you.
anything that you want to promote?
No.
It's okay because no one's
I
gonna
got,
watch
I
this.
got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Dude, appreciate you.
Nope.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, we
Well, thanks
did.
for watching, guys. Appreciate it. And
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I mean, we can film like intros and outros later too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, bro.
All right.
Peace.
Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you.